lead us to Psalm 105. Psalm 105. Psalm 105. Just for a few minutes. Regardless of what I do here today, somebody need to tell Pastor Dog that I did okay. Did I mention my classmates that was back there? I didn't, did I? I'm 41 now, so I look, and it's right here on the paper. It's right, that's when you don't improvise too much when you got it on the paper, because you might not wonder. But that, I would not, you know what, I know, I was sitting there and I was like, I know her name, Kim. I know her name, Kim. I know her, but I couldn't remember your last name. And so that's Kim and Debbie. And they classmates of mine from way back in 1900 we graduated in 1988, class of 88, Arkansas High School, and I'm so glad y'all came on out here to see about you, boy. I appreciate it. So I want to invite you now to Psalm 105. I won't be but a few minutes. If it is your custom, please stand as I read the word of God. Psalm 105. I want to invite your attention to verse 16. Psalm 105 and verse 16. Reading from the New American Standard Bible, it says, "And he called for a famine upon the land. He broke the whole staff of bread. He sent a man before them, Joseph, who was sold as a slave." He sent a man before them, Joseph, who was sold as a slave. I want you to do me a favor. Look at your neighbor. One neighbor. It's a neighbor.
Neighbor.
Oh, neighbor.
Oh, neighbor.
Don't ever think it's all about you.
It's all about you.
Look at somebody else, please, please, please. But I think folk in here need to hear that. Look at somebody else and tell them, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Oh, neighbor.
Oh, neighbor.
Don't ever think it's all about you.
It's all about you.
Have your seats in the praise of our God.
All right.
Don't ever think it's all about you. On Friday night, this past week, I think it was Friday, my wife brought home a movie from the Red Box. Now, I'm going to confess something. I went back to work. I worked as a registrar for Dallas ISD. We're in the middle of enrollment season. And quite frankly, I have been working 10-hour days, thereabouts. I know y'all don't know nothing about that, but 10-hour days. If you do anything for 10 to 12 hours a day, you're tired. Yeah. And so on Friday night, I had talked to a friend of mine. He said, man, I can't believe you ain't through with your sermon, because you know I'm done by now. When my wife brought that movie home, I had decided I'm going to let them watch the movie. And I'm going to go in here and finish my work. But my daughter, who I love so dearly, came in there and grabbed me by the arm and said, no, you're going to watch the movie with us. And since she often wins those type of battles, I went in to watch the movie with the family. Now, I was going to go work on the sermon, but I did not realize that the preparation for the sermon was going to be found in that movie. Y'all stay with me, I'm going to say that. We watched a movie called Soul Surfer. Anybody seen that movie yet? Shame on y'all. Y'all need to go to Red Box. Get this movie. It's Soul Surfer. S-O-U-L space S-U-R-F-E-R. Soul Surfer. It's the story of Bethany Hamilton, who's a young woman and a surfer, whose arm was violently ripped off in a shark attack. I know some of y'all are familiar with that. Yeah. At one point in the movie, this girl is battling strong, depressive emotions. She even goes to a counselor, a friend of hers, a Bible study leader, and says to her, I don't understand why God is doing this to me. How can God possibly get glory out of this?
Yeah.
She leaves from there and ends up going on a mission trip to Thailand. In Thailand, they had just suffered a massive tsunami. That tsunami left them afraid of the water that surrounded them. young woman with one arm that had been ripped off in the ocean water stands there amongst these people, and she grabs a surfboard and she begins to coax a little boy into the water. And in the next scene, you see all of the people that were once afraid of the water now enjoying that which they had been afraid of because of one girl who was willing to overcome her own fear of the water that almost destroyed her life. But that ain't the part that preached to me. The part that preached to me was when she got home from the mission trip. She walked in the house and there were stacks of mail all over everywhere. And in that mail were people who were celebrating her just simply because she had the courage to keep on going. And they said it inspired them. It inspired her so much that she ended up going back into the very water where the shark had attacked her and she had lost her arm. She didn't win the competition. In fact, she came in 5th place. But it was the interview, Jeremy, after she got through that got my attention. Because when they interviewed her, here is what happened. Her brother told us that you don't have to do this. But I heard her say, yes, I do. What if Logan and Dylan and Stephanie are watching right now? And so they go on, and the reporter said to her, said, listen, I just want to know one thing. If you could go back to that day and not have gone surfing, would you do it? And I love Bethany Hamilton's response because she said, I wouldn't change what happened to me. Because then I wouldn't have this chance in front of all of you. This chance to embrace more people than I ever could have with 2 arms.
Right.
God, I love you. God, I love you. Because I'm talking to some folk in here right now who, just like Bethany Hamilton, have had some times in your life where you have tried to figure out why is this happening to me. Am I talking to anybody?
Amen.
You've had some times, haven't you? Where you've tried to figure out why is this happening to me? After all, I'm a good person. Why is it happening to me? I pay my tithe. Why is this happening to me? I do the right thing most of the time, at least. Why is this happening? Oh, I'm not coming through to y'all. Let me see if I can come straight where you are. Why is it that I'm going through what I'm going? Why am I financially strapped? Am I talking to anybody?
Come on.
Why is it that I'm going through this? Why is it that I have all of these challenges? Somebody in here.
Come on.
You got children that you raised to love God. But they're acting like they never heard of God. And you're asking the question, out of all the hell they're taking you through, you're asking the question, why am I going through this? Y'all still sitting looking at me mighty strange? But is there anybody here that's asking the question, why did I have to bury my child? Why did my parent or spouse get sick? Why did they have to die? I got one for you. Why is it that my marriage always seemed to be teetering on the edge? Always seemed to be on the verge of divorce. And maybe, just maybe, the problem today is we have a bad focus. Maybe today the problem is that our focus is misdirected. Perhaps instead, yes God, of asking the question why, we need to do what Mama Odie said in The Princess and the Frog. When she was talking to Tiana and Prince Naveen, when they were hopping around as little frogs, she said you need to dig a little deeper. And you'll find everything that you need. And so I want to encourage us today in this little presentation to look deeper. But looking deeper means you got to look beyond your created boundaries of your own existence. Looking deeper means that you got to expand your focus beyond the parameter of your own personal hurts and pains. Y'all still looking at me strange? You got to look a little bit deeper and you'll understand I can't ask the question why me, because it ain't never been
about you.
Amen.